The Mike and Tony Show is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised.
This is Justin Freeman with Jaywalker's Apparel, and you're listening to the Tony and Mike Show. Or is it Mike?
The Mike and Tony Show. That was a perfect one.
You know what?
Hold on. This is Justin Freeman with Jaywalker's Apparel, and you're listening to the Mike and Tony Show.
Yes, the voice of Justin Freeman, who was here last week, Pierce.
Yeah, great podcast.
We're creeping on 150 for sure. It's 149.
Yeah.
Yeah.
149. We've been doing this for years.
It's Friday night. We got twins in the house. Jordan, you want to talk about Jordan a little bit?
Yeah. This is Jordan. He is photographer, bouncer, gym guy extraordinaire, clothing, apparel extraordinaire. All around good dude. And we say, we always like to have people on that do cool shit and are good people. So
yeah,
welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for bringing me on. I'm excited.
Hell yeah, brother. So where are you originally from? You're from California, yes?
Originally from California, San Francisco, born and raised, Daly City to be exact. Grew up there for about 14 years. And then my parents moved out here. Well, my dad moved out here first. And slowly brought his family back out here because I stayed in California for like 4 years. And my dad and older brother and sister were out here first. And it was me and my mom back in Cali.
Okay.
So slowly made a transition out here, but
I relate to that. I'm from, do you know Fresno?
yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm from Fresno, and it was the same thing. My family sort of transitioned out here. First, it was my mom, my dad, and my sister. Then my brother came, and then I was the last one to finally move out here.
And you're still here?
Yeah, and I'm still here.
Yeah, me too.
I love it, dude. So what year was it when you came here?
I think it was 04.
04? Oh,
my dad.
Yeah. Same year, I think. No, 03, I think.
Yeah, my dad moved out here in 98, and then he just worked his ass off. Wait, can we cuss?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Fuck yeah, bro.
You know how some places are, so. But yeah, he worked his ass off and got us a house and then moved the whole family out here. So in 04, he bought the house and when we all transitioned out here.
That's cool. What do you love most about Colorado?
Nothing.
Is that right?
Dude, I mean, I've been here since 04 and I can't come accustomed to it. Like I love my city and like I'm always back home like every other month.
Yeah.
I try to go home or try to be outside of Colorado. I think for me is like it's so slow out here.
That's the difference between being from the Bay and being from Fresno.
Yeah.
Pierce, just so you know.
It's a lot more farmlands out there in Fresno, so it's kind of similar to out here. But in the Bay, it's constant, it's fast. So like that's what I'm used to. And then growing up out here is just different from what I grew up in Cali. So.
You ever spend any time in New York at all?
No, but I'm actually going out there in September.
I feel like he would really like it.
Yeah,
that's what everyone's saying.
Fast paced, the hustle and bustle out there.
I can only take a few days, bro. And I'm like, okay.
I'm going out there for 4. So I'm going out there for a wedding. So we'll see.
Cool.
But I'm like
in New York City, like the boroughs, or
I think so. I'm going to Newark.
Newark. Oh, okay.
Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah. I'm going there, but then we're going to the city like after the wedding and everything. So
that's fun, dude.
So Newark is more central Jersey. So I mean, used to everything over there in like that whole tri-state area ish, like Pennsylvania, New York. Everything is just within a drive. Yeah,
it's like 40 minutes though, right?
It's dumb. Yeah.
See,
that's my in-laws. They live in New Jersey. They live in Fair Lawn, and to get to the city, it's just over the GW, so it's like 15 minutes.
What's the GW?
George Washington Bridge.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm gonna get lost out there. So.
So it's like getting up there. It's just like they say it's 15 minutes depending on the time.
Yeah.
It could be 15 minutes or an hour and a half, like just depending on
traffic.
how busy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See.
Yeah. Well, we got around with the subway almost exclusively out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can get anywhere, but it takes a little bit to get used to it. And right as we were like getting really used to it, then it was time to come home.
Yeah, subways and trains, because that's what we did too. We took trains into the city from Jersey, and you just take them all the way through. So yeah,
not no taxis.
I mean, once you're in the city, taxis, everything like that.
I heard they're rude out there though.
Yeah. Yeah. That's. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody.
Nicely.
I don't know if because it's like this lack of formality, lack of like politeness in a way, but it's sometimes like
It's just fast paced life, man.
It's
It's just
like
that's what they're used to.
Everyone's on the go.
Yeah.
yeah, like
So
it's
don't
nothing
waste,
personal,
don't waste
bro.
nobody's
We just-
time.
Next guy.
Don't waste nobody's time, bro. Just go. Come on.
Yeah.
Same with ordering too. Like if you're like getting food and stuff like that, you know, it's like next, come on, next. You're just like, oh,
I
look
need
at
to look at the menu yet. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna have to prepare myself.
Yeah, it's
when I get out
interesting.
there.
But it's like that in
interesting.
all like busy cities too. Because I felt like when I went to Chicago was the same thing. Like if you're there and you're like ordering and stuff like that, everyone's just like, "What you got? What you got? I'll come back to you." You're like, "Damn, okay." I was like, a water." Like just like, damn, just like,
You're not ready.
yeah,
They taxing everywhere though.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. So let's start with bouncing. I want to talk a little bit about. I'm always interested in this because, like, I know Pierce has done it himself
Yeah,
too.
it's been a while, yeah.
Any crazy stories? Any interesting stories from? How long have you been bouncing for?
Off and on, I want to say since 2017, 18.
Okay.
So going on like 6-7 years,
Okay.
roughly.
Yeah.
Because that COVID year was weird, you know.
Oh, I bet, dude.
But people were doing like underground parties, and like they like twisted the menu where it was like pizza is really Patron, which was like $80, and like that's the only way they
That's some
could
good
stay
pizza.
open. Yeah, that's the only way they could stay open during the night was to pretend they're like a fast food or food place. So.
Interesting.
But yeah, there's so many stories. I don't know. There's a lot. I mean, I've had guns pointed at me.
Oh my God, dude.
I got videos of me beating up people, printing someone in a C, like their full body in a C shape,
Oh no.
bent over a fence. I mean, I've been doing it for so long, and then I'm also like the oldest out of all the Samoans that do it with me, and I'm the smallest.
How old are you?
I'm 33.
Oh, okay.
So I'm big, but I'm not bigger than my cousins that all do it with me. So
Really?
And can you imagine just like 6 to 7 to 8 of us just walking to the club and everyone's like, "Nah, we're good." So usually where I'm at, there's not a lot of drama, but you know how people are. They can get a little drunk. So
Yeah, they get that
I don't
alcohol.
know.
And it's funny because
Flowing
like
through
that's
the
how it was when I was bouncing back in the day. Again, I'm 10 years older than Jordan. Like when I was bouncing back in the day, like I did about the same amount of time, like 5-6 years. And there's always one club that just has Samoans, and that's it. Like it's not around, but there's like always one club just has strictly Samoans, and that was right on the corner because I worked for Lotus Entertainment, so which I was at the time was Lotus Monarch meant 5 degrees.
Yeah.
And so back in the day. And yeah, same thing. Like we'd go do our rounds like before 10 o'clock, you know, when it's not busy. Go check out the other clubs. Like, you know, you say hi to all your people, you
Yeah.
know. And we'd go around. He was like, "When are we gonna get you over here, bro? When are we gonna get you over here, brother?" And
They say with the accent, "Hey, brother, hey, come over here.
brother, when are we gonna get you over here? You work over here. Don't work over there for Lotus."
Yeah, come work with us. We take care of you. Don't worry."
Every single time it'd be when Big Ron. That was when Big Ron was working. I was working with him. We'd walk around. And
yeah,
he's
he's been on.
like, he's like, Big Ron is like, Tony's seen him. He's been on our podcast before. Big Ron's like 6'6", like 350 pounds. He's a big dude
Big
too.
dude.
And he's like, "You're not taking my homeboy."
He ain't going nowhere. Oh man.
Damn, that's wild. What about the guns? You mentioned you've had guns pointed at you.
Yeah, man. I had this one guy. I guess he knew the owner, but he was also like a
Everybody knows the owner.
Yeah, but he was like in law enforcement.
Okay. Yeah.
But I didn't know that, and like he was drinking and he was being mad disrespectful because he was in and out of the door, and I was like, "Man, you got to stay in or you got to stay out." "Oh, I know the owner. Blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Dude, in or out? I don't care if you know the owner. The owner don't pay me like that much." You know.
Yeah.
So I guess him and his family was coming at me, and they went at my cousin, which is like my bigger cousin, but he's a little cousin to me because he's younger. And all I can remember was he reached behind his back,
Oh no.
and I like he was going to point at my cousin. I moved my cousin out the way. I was like, "Shoot me." Shoot me, because I ain't gonna hear the rap from my family. That's you,
Yeah.
you know. So, and then you see the owner come, and then he was like, "That's law enforcement." I'm like, "So why is he acting like that if he's law enforcement?" So years later, he actually goes to the gym.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he knows one of the people we work out with.
Oh gosh.
But you haven't talked to him. You don't know.
We talked to him. I talked to him at the gym. Like we because he came up to me. He was like, "I know you from somewhere," and I was like, "Where?" And he was like, "Do you work at the club?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "You're the guy I got into it with." And I was like, "When?" He was like, "Remember, I know the owner." And I'm like, you know how many people say that? And he was like, "Remember, I went like this." And I'm like, where's that weight at? Let's pick it up and hit him. But I'm just like, dude, I was doing my job. You can't get mad at me for doing my job, you know? And you know how it is. The people, they don't care.
That's what I say. I love the craziness of bouncing that he was like, I don't remember. You know, that you like had to think about it like so many different times where
But that's the fucking thing though. Everybody knows the owner.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the owner. They'd come up to the front door and be like, hey man, can we get in? Can we get in? You're like, nah, man, we're at capacity. The always the word, we're at capacity right now.
Throw me $50.
Yeah, we're at capacity.
Yeah.
Well, it'd always be the same thing. Is Francois inside? Is Francois inside? Is Mitch inside? I'm like, why don't you text them?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
exactly.
go.
Text them or call them and tell them to come to the door to get you because I'm not letting you in.
Yeah. Well, I don't have. There's a new phone, and you see how with the old phone and the new phone. I don't, it just didn't
takes
switch
time
on.
to transfer. Yeah, no,
all the time, dude. I know.
I bet.
But I had a similar thing when I was bouncing too. One of the cousins was in the club. And he was acting like a fool, right? Dancing on tables.
The owner's cousin?
Couch. Yeah. Okay. The owner's cousin, dancing like a fool. And his name was fucking Eddie. And Eddie looked like a cartoon character, dude. He had big-ass teeth, just like, they were straight, they were white, but they were just big-ass teeth, just like a cartoon character. Like someone did a caricature of him,
like
right?
The Mask?
Yeah, like, someone made a caricature of him and just had always like smile and stuff like that. And I was like, fresh into it, like I was probably in there like a couple months. I was like, "Yo, hey bud, gotta get down, come down." And so he came down, but then he get back up, and I'm like, "Yo," I was like, "Seriously, you need to come down, man." And so every single throughout the whole night, I was just yelling at him. And then come time when the close, they're just fucking sitting there. And I'm like, "Yo, let's go." I was like, "It's time to go."
Flashing the light.
Yeah, let's go. And he's like, "Buddy, do you know who I am? Buddy, do you know who I am?"
Oh no.
And he's like, "I'm Eddie. Go ask Mitch who I am." And I was like, "I don't give a fuck who you are." Like, it's 2 o'clock. Everybody gotta leave.
Yeah, like I'm trying to go home.
Yeah, so I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, you will know, my friend. You will know, my friend. You will care who I am." You're like, nah, I don't care now, dude. So.
I really don't care. Like, because outside of here, you're another person. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
You're not putting money in my pockets.
And I did the same thing to Brandon Marshall.
You told me. Yeah, I think you told that on the podcast, actually.
Brandon Marshall came in one time at one of his Monarch, and Al Wilson was in the club, Gerard Warren, back in the day, and they were sitting on the patio, and Brandon Marshall came walking up like he was just gonna walk in, like just walk in, walk into the club, not show ID, nothing like that. And I was like, whoa, stop! I was like, what are you doing, man? I was like, I need to see ID. He looked at me, he was like, will NFL players card work? I was like, if it's a government issued ID, then yes.
Wait, who carries an NFL ID?
Yeah,
I didn't even know they do those things.
Yeah, I guess apparently it's a real thing.
Oh,
that's
it
to
is.
get in their building.
I thought he was being a smartass. Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, no. I was like, if a government issued ID, then yeah, I'll take it. I don't got my ID on me, man. And Al Wilson and Gerard Warren are sitting on the patio, and they're like, give the Rook a chance, man. Let him in, Big Mike. And I'm like, all right, because Al said, I'll let you in.
I'd have been like, it's $50 though.
Make a little
I always
money.
charge them, man. You got to charge these guys. They make all this money, but
Oh yeah.
they be cheap.
But there's some people that weren't cheap, like when Javon Walker was here, when he was playing for the Broncos, and after the whole Darren Williams thing went down, the limousine and everything like that, Javon Walker, like it was 2:30 and knocking at the door, and it's fucking Javon Walker and Jay Cutler like at the door, like, yo, we gotta pee, man, we gotta pee, and Jay Cutler's like wasted. Like
That guy
wasted.
can drink.
Yeah, just wasted.
Right.
And then I was like, no, we can't let you in, dude. I was like, you get in trouble. I was like, we can get fined for that shit. Like just letting people in here afterwards or anything. It was like, oh, come on, man, come on, homie. And then Jay Cutler just stumbled off and walked away. And I was like, all all right, Joey, go, Javon, go. And he went in real quick. And when he was leaving, he was like, oh, I appreciate you, homie. He like hit my hand, and I felt that paper. And I was like, oh, open it up. It's like $100.
Yeah,
Just
those
like-
are the best. Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah.
That guy. I love that guy. When he was when he came out here after he played with the Niners and everything, big 49ers fan out here. Had to throw that in there. But man, I stayed at his little section. His girl and him, they loved me. They was like, you stand right here, man. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
$50. He said, don't worry about it. And then he was like, what's your Cash App? I gave him my Cash App. He sent like $250. I was like, all right,
There you
cool.
go.
Thanks. Yeah.
Damn.
And then he was like, hey, we're going to the hookah bar. It's like, what hookah bar?
Yeah.
And he was like, Habibi. And that, I don't know if you guys heard of that club, hookah bar downtown.
No.
That's like
I
the
feel like
after
I
hour
have
spot.
from Mark has talked about
Has
that
he?
before.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was like an after hour spot.
okay.
And there's always fights over there, always like shootings and stuff. And I told him, I was like, dude, I don't want to go over there. Whoa. He was, but yeah, we went over there, walked in. I was like, let me scope the place first.
Yeah.
Scope the place. All of a sudden, I hear this pow, pow, pow. I grabbed
Oh,
him and
God.
his girl. I was like, let's get out. Go to your car. And then later on that night, he cashed out me another $500.
Oh, damn.
I was like, $750.
It's like,
Damn.
And he gave me his personal number and everything. He was like, anytime I'm out here, I want you with me. I said, all right, cool.
oh, that's nice, dude.
Damn,
I ain't-
that's cool,
I ain't
bro.
heard from him since though. I should have texted him, hey, what's up, man?
Hey, it's, hey,
How
you
you
know, that
been?
wasn't my fault, right? You know,
Yeah, that wasn't me, So
yeah, the perks of a bouncer are pretty good. You know, you get to meet a lot of cool ass people, a lot of professional players, and then you also get to meet like pretty down to earth people. Like I met like this one dude, he's like a millionaire. And didn't look like it, right? Just like hanging out, just doing his own thing, and just chilling. And then you get to talking to people. You know, like some people just go to the club by themselves because they're lonely, you know. And so this guy in particular was just hanging out with the bouncers, talking to us, everything like that. And
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh, I appreciate you guys," and like did the clap, and he would give us like $20 every single time, and he'd leave, and then you'd see him. I was like, damn, I wonder what he does. And I saw him roll out one time, and he just rolled out in the Bentley, just rolled out of the garage, and I was like, wait a second. And then I asked him that the next time. I was like, yo, I was like, rolling around a bit. What do you do? And he was like, oh, you know, I do investing in this and that. And, and I was like, oh, shit.
Damn.
let me get another 50.
Yeah, I've never done bouncing or anything like that, but I've always loved customer service for that reason. Like I just like working at I worked at a gas station for years.
Nice.
It's just like all the different people that you meet and like all the different walks of life. And the truth is like especially nowadays, like with everything on social media, it's like everything's so shitty and we're so polarized and everybody hates. But if you're out in the real world and you're interacting with real people, people are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Generally.
Yeah.
There's obviously assholes.
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys got a much better window. Yeah. I bet. Yeah, liquor makes a lot of people assholes that aren't normally too. That can happen. Not always, but it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts. So tell me one thing that's totally unique about you. What do you think is like something that's really different about you? Set you apart?
A lot of people don't know this, but I'm in the medical field.
Right. You told me this, Pierce.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So
Interesting.
like like my dad, about 2007 was hit by a drunk driver. So he basically is disabled for like the rest of his life. Thank God he's still here and everything, but during that process, I had to like learn a lot of like stuff, like what's good for him, what's not good for him, and how to take care of him. Staying in the hospital, watching nurses come back and forth, and I got really lucky about 7 years ago when I was just working in and out of the hospital as a security guard for HSS, and then I was talking to people, got into like a spine clinic, and I was working with them for a long time, and I ended up working my way to the back and becoming a medical assistant for a spine surgeon. So like I ended up going to like surgeries with the doctor and learning that aspect of it. And now I'm actually doing working for an ENT surgeon. Wow. So like it's funny.
You
when,
see some wild stuff there,
yeah,
too.
broken noses, sinuses, and he go in there with a scope and I'm like, wow. Just like you never see that stuff. So like
Yeah.
and being a man in the medical field as a medical assistant, like not a lot of people do it. So they're like unique by that. They're like, wow, he's. And yeah, I like helping people out. So
that's a cool story how you got into it too.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. So I'm very fortunate, and I'm happy where I'm at. So
can you imagine that? Like the medical assistant will be in here in a second just to check everything out from you. This big ass Jordan dude just coming in.
No, it's funny because like we used to travel to like little places that don't have like medical necessities, like Lamar, Colorado, Garden City, Kansas, and we fly out there, and it's me. And then the doctors, like, I had this one Asian doctor I worked for. He was skinny but tall, and they're like, "Is that your bodyguard?" And we were at a radio station, and I stand out in a little city, so they're like, "We saw him at McDonald's with his bodyguard. Was that him?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was me." I'm here to make sure everything runs smooth. Pay your pay, and then you can leave.
Copay.
Yeah, there you go. Copay. So yeah, I think that's one unique thing that take a lot of people by surprise about me. That I'm in the medical field.
It's got to be on private jets and everything too.
Yeah, I haven't done it in a year because I transferred. But
private jets.
Yeah, like I used to fly out of Centennial, and we used to fly to like Garden City, Kansas,
where there's like a shortage of nurses.
Yeah, nurses, just anything medical. Like they're very short out there.
Damn, that's crazy.
So like, yeah, we went to Centennial Airport. I was on a G6 or a G5. I don't know the difference.
I don't. All I remember is the song. We didn't remember the Kesha.
Like a G6.
No, it was MIA, I think, right?
Oh,
it's something. Okay, it's something with a G6. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that was a fun time. Just flying everywhere on a plane.
That's wild, dude. I'm seeing a trend with our guests lately, where it's like all over the place, dude. Done so many things. You mentioned radio school, before we started.
Yeah. I actually went to Ohio School for Broadcasting.
What?
Yeah. And I wanted to I wanted to learn the radio aspect of it, and like, but they do like a course of things: radio, TV, all that. And I really fell in love with video editing and just bringing everything to light. So that's what caught me into being Misfit and doing that with my photography and videography. So
damn. Well, that's what Pierce and I have been talking about lately. Is like we need to move to having more videos and stuff. You got some animation stuff in the works.
Trying to, yeah.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
I'm always down to work, and I'd be over here on this side of town too. So
there we go, dollar.
Dude, and I'd be interested too in working with you because I'm a musician. I played for a long time. I teach middle school now, and so I'm not playing nearly as much these days. But I still write music all the time, and I want to make music videos. And that's the one thing I just have no idea like where to even start or like what to.
Me and my older brother, he got his own little videography company too. It's My World, My Ventures. So he's killing it right now with like video scenes and stuff. He's been doing that for a while. So we kind of like team up. I don't know if you've seen that Misfit video I did, the like commercial one. Yeah, my brother edited it.
Oh, okay.
We filmed all that all in like a day. So
damn, dude. Yeah. You were like downtown for that too, right?
Yeah, downtown. I was like trying to find anywhere where I can take pictures of like graffiti background, people in the middle, just walking around, and man, everyone that showed up that day was legit. So
it was a good amount of people too that showed up.
I think it was like 15 to 16 people. And we were supposed to do a big one this summer, like a big Misfit. Everyone who got Misfit hoodies, shirts, and all that, we'll do like a big Misfit picnic. So that's in the works. So
hell yeah,
yeah. So that would be cool. And then we got the what is that called? The thing that flies that everyone uses.
The drone.
The drone.
Yeah.
Yes, we got the drones and everything too. So
dang, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, I got my hand in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's pretty dope. If people, because I want to get a hoodie for sure, bro.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Like, what's the best way for people to reach out to you?
You can probably hit me up on Instagram. I'm working on a website. It's still building, but because I do everything on my own.
Dude, there's so many tools nowadays. You don't even have to have that.
Yeah, you don't need a PR system, none of that.
No.
You just do it yourself. So, I mean, you just got to take the time. And every weekend I'm working. So, hoodies, shirts, sweatsuits is coming out, shorts for the spring and everything.
Hell yeah.
Dang.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, got to make sure my son has a future.
Hell yeah. Oh, so you have a son?
Yes, I have a 11-year-old that's like,
Okay.
you haven't seen him recently.
Yeah.
He's huge. He's huge. He's about, I want to say 5'10", maybe 5'11".
Damn, already.
Yeah, and he wears a size
11.
10 and a half in men's, and he's into Jordans now.
Oh yeah, so that's a men's shoe now. That's
11 years old?
Yeah,
150
11.
plus.
He just turned 11 in February.
Damn. What's his birthday?
February 15th.
Oh, okay. I'm the 9th. That's
You're
what
the
I was
9th?
gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah. Damn. And my dad was the 14th too. With Valentine's Day.
He was supposed to be a Valentine's Day baby, but
Oh, interesting.
yeah, we held on.
Yeah.
We held on.
We need to keep that.
Yeah.
Don't be selfish, son. Don't be selfish.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now that I look back at it, I'm not with her no more, so it's just like, yeah, you could have had it.
Yeah,
You
that's a
coulda-
big deal.
You're gonna have a lot of play in high school. You can use that to your advantage.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like you've seen the progression of my son. Like
Yeah.
I was looking at old videos today. My son, he's going to be 17 next
17?
month. Yeah, and same thing. He's he was telling me today he's benching 245 at school today, and like I mean he's a big boy, big strong dude, man. And I don't know how tall he is. We really don't know.
Not as tall as you yet.
No, he's getting close though. He's
Yeah.
probably what 5'11" or something, 5'10".
Solid.
Yeah,
I met him upstairs, right?
yeah, the one with the hat
solid,
on.
yeah.
I was like, how's it going? Had to do a firm handshake. He got the tips, so he might say something, Dad. It was a little, got the tips, I was trying to go in for the full shake, but
Yeah. Oh man, but you got to cut out for you, dude. 11 years old and that big.
Man, it's a blessing, and like, oh my gosh, he eats. He eats. That boy can
good.
eat. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think we went bowling the other day, and I'm setting up the names on the screen. And I hear the waitress coming. Anything else? I didn't order nothing. He ordered a big old pizza by himself.
Wow, that's something my son would do.
I'm like, wait, are you paying for this? Just spend $50 on bowling. Come on, man. You need a job. They should start changing that age to 11.
Yeah. So 11. So he's in 5th or 6th grade.
5th grade. He'll be in
Fifth
6th next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah.
Ever since you guys at 24. Oh, I heard you don't work there no more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, ever since they cut out the daycare over there, it's
Yeah.
just like no point.
Yeah. Well, now he's 11. He'd probably go in as a regular person.
I told him he's 13. That's the age limit right there. Yeah, he's 13.
Yeah. What's the age limit? 12? That's him.
Yeah, he's
12.
look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Because
he's
I teach 6th graders, 7th graders, and 8th graders.
Oh, nice.
And my daughter's 12. So
Okay.
Jesse's actually really tall. It's
Yeah.
so funny because we talk about, I have 3 kids. I got 2 daughters and a son. And we talk about how the older 2 are, they're pretty tall and stuff. But then, and we don't realize because she's the youngest and she's in 6th grade this year. But like we go to school events and we see her with her classmates.
She's the tallest.
Bro, she's like all of her friends are she's like looking down at her. It's bizarre, bro.
That's exactly my son. Everyone's looking up to him. I'm like,
Damn.
I was like that in like middle school in California though too.
Were
so,
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he's a big boy.
What was middle school like for you? Did you?
So it was like a mixture. So like I also did like a stint out here in like 7th grade. So like so like I did a stint out here and I moved back to California and then I moved back.
Interesting. So where I grew up in Fresno, it was only 7th and 8th for middle.
Yeah, where I was at in certain areas, it was like kindergarten through 6th, and then 7th, 8th. But I went to like 5th grade, and then all of a sudden I was in middle school the next year, like how they do it out here.
Oh, okay.
And then when I moved out here, the 7th grade year, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all. It was like everything was big out here. Like in California, it's small. Like we were sharing with the high school, so at the
gotcha.
middle school. So I didn't really like it out here.
Yeah, I don't know that many people really had a good time in middle school. I hate it. Did you like middle school, Pierce?
I mean, it's the awkward stage, right? You're trying to,
Yeah, oh yeah.
You're not
You've
like-
heard my song, right?
Yeah,
My
you're not.
junior high
Yeah,
song?
yeah. You're not a little kid anymore, right? But
Yeah.
you're not in high school. You're trying to fit into
Fit
that,
in,
like
finding
middle
what
spot.
groups you
Yeah,
sit in.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's all different at that point. in time.
I felt like I got along with everybody. So like I even the kids that got picked on, I was always like I'm here to pass out the ball, like equipment.
That's awesome.
I'd always give it to the kid that no one likes, and I'm like, here.
Yeah.
Like I'm always that guy that until you
love
piss
that,
me
dude.
off. You know what I mean?
Until you piss me off.
We try to be cool until
Yeah. And then when you get to high school, when I got to high school, I had my cousin was older than me, and so he graduated the year before I got in. But I already knew a lot of the people in high school because of my cousin, and so I was always hanging out with the older groups. And
I was the same way. My older brother was like a year older than me, but I was always with him.
Yeah.
So
That's how it is for my 12-year-old. She always hangs out with Jill's.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, the older
That's the
sisters.
best bond, man. Like me
Yeah.
and my brother, like solid.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah,
That's the best way, I think.
that's a good thing to have for sure. Let me ask you something. And you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but I was thinking of interesting questions earlier. What's the last thing you Googled?
Last thing I Googled,
He's gonna
let's look.
You should check yours too, Pierce. We should all just.
Mine was a 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee limited edition. I'm trying to get a new car.
Are you?
Yeah, that's the car I was looking at.
thought you were looking at the SRT or no, the Hellcat.
I was until everyone was on on my Snapchat. Don't do it. Like, you live in snow, and I'm like, so I got a Jeep that's not even 4-wheel drive. I think I'll be fine.
Dude, mine is Jordan Misfit Media.
Oh, nice.
was it.
Hey,
I'm super prepared for the show, huh? Fucking 10 minutes before the show.
I like it.
Yours was the.
Mine was but if you go back, there's like Jordans.
Yeah, same with mine. I got Lakers news. What do I got?
Are you a Lakers fan?
I am. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I used to be a Lakers fan, but when Kobe retired, I retired. So I went back home to the Bay. Like,
You mean when the buses gave up, you gave up?
yeah, kind of. So Kobe left. I was just like, I ain't got nobody to cheer for. I hate LeBron.
Do you? Why do you hate LeBron?
I hated LeBron ever since when they were calling him king and he didn't even have a ring. And then being a Kobe fan, you're like
Overrated kind of
yeah.
thing, you think?
So I was just like,
That's
I mean, he's a great person, but
That's everyone's fault. That was the media's fault.
Yeah.
I mean, we were crowning LeBron James, King James, when he was 15
high
years
school,
old.
right? Yeah,
He's
yeah.
15 years old. He's on the cover of Sports Illustrated at 15 years old.
that's
I mean,
right.
that Irish jersey.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was already set up that way.
Yeah.
But then like doing the whole king thing, I don't like
Yeah,
that.
I don't
when
like
he
that
just
either.
goes-
I'm like,
when he puts the
Yeah.
crown on.
No, and you know my story, Pierce. Like I fell out of sorts with the Lakers for a while, and I didn't like Shaq, and I didn't like the combo of Shaq and Kobe when they first when it first started. Because I grew up in the era of Magic Johnson, AC Green, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Byron
James
Scott,
Worthy.
James Worthy, a fucking team. You know what I mean? And basketball was starting to change, and Jordan changed everything,
Yep.
and it became a different thing. And so when those guys came along, I was kind of like. I don't know. And I was like, Shaq, he's just big. That's all it is. And I just got irritated. And then I was living in Sacramento for a while.
Oh.
And so it was at the time. I don't remember
Kings.
what. Yeah. They were. It was. They were.
It was like Chris Webber, Vlade Divac.
I remember
Jason
White
Williams.
chocolate. White
Yeah,
chocolate.
Yeah, that boy was bad.
Yeah.
Diva, bro, the floppiest dude ever.
No, Joel Embiid is the flop.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that video of him
23.
recently? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
There was like a record. It was like and it was like Joel Embiid just beat the record. It was 15 times someone has fallen in the first round of the playoffs, and Joel Embiid has fallen down 23 times.
Oh my god.
And they were
bro.
showing like the times that he had like fallen down, flopped, and it's literally like a bump, and he was like, oh,
Yeah, like they barely touch him and he's falling over, and then he get mad.
And then I'm like, that's the MVP, huh? That's,
Yeah.
everybody says that's the MVP right
We'll
there.
see how they handle who they playing. They're playing not the Knicks.
The Miami, they're going to be playing Miami, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they playing
Really?
Miami? No, Miami and Knicks are
no,
playing.
yeah, Miami and Knicks, and then it's
Philly and Celtics.
yep.
I don't know. We'll see that.
Yeah, my grandfather's a giant Celtics fan.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's always been because it was always Lakers, Celtics.
I know he was mad last year, huh?
Oh yeah.
That's funny. It's all good.
So what you're into sports a lot? You watch basketball, obviously.
Basketball, football,
Dude,
hockey,
this guy's
soccer.
he was at the playoffs game, the
last year?
49ers playoffs game.
Playoffs game versus the Cowboys.
Oh, dope,
Oh
bro.
man, that game was fun. On my birthday. January 14th.
Really?
That was my birthday. We was at the game.
Oh, that's
and,
awesome.
My cousin got us like these dirt cheap tickets up top. But she had a friend that worked in like the club area, like the manager in the club area. And she had like blocked off all our seats. And we was just in the club area. Free food.
That's nice,
we only
dude.
paid $40 for tickets for a playoff game.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, what?
One hell of a day for $40, dude.
And we won? And free food. I was everywhere eating.
I paid $40 for a playoff ticket one time with the Broncos.
Really?
Yeah, when they played the Baltimore Ravens, and it
And
was
lost?
negative 10 degrees outside,
Oh,
and nobody wanted to go to the game. So
that's why.
I was like, I found me and Joe DeStefano. I was like, yo, dude. I was like looking at all the ticket prices at the time. It was like 40 minutes before the game. I was like, yo, $40. Let's go. And it was like, it's a 200 section. Like, not even bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, when we get there, and it's like, oh my God, it's fucking
and
cold.
the seats are metal.
And it was like, it was cold as fuck. And then, like, the Broncos were winning. I'm not a Broncos fan, but the Broncos were winning. And then all of a sudden, fucking that pass to Flacco to Jacoby Jones at the end. And they lost.
That was a good game. I'm like anti-Colorado everything.
Are you really?
Everything.
Yeah, I kind of picked that vibe up right at the beginning.
Everything. I
was
talk so much shit when it comes to everything. Like the Nuggets, yeah, they're number one, but number one to fail in the playoffs.
They're they also ruined your record-setting year too.
That's okay.
The Nuggets,
But we also kicked them out of the playoffs last year. That I went to that game.
the Nuggets beat both the '96 Bulls and the what year is it? The Golden State.
16.
Yeah, the '96 Bulls and the 2016 Golden State Warriors, and those are both the record-setting years. And the Nuggets beat them both times.
But then I always throw out how many rings they got.
Yeah.
I don't even think they've been to the finals.
And I was at the Bulls game in McNichols Arena, and I was at the Nuggets game in the Pepsi Center when they won too.
Oh, that's dope.
So yeah, no, they don't have any rings.
That's so funny. It's so rare that people are so out in the open about that.
Oh,
I'm not just sports, but just in general. Like when I said, "What's your favorite thing about Colorado?" and you're like, "Nothing." I'm like, "Damn!" And we've been here at the same time too. Yeah.
Oh man, like I just can't. And everyone's like, "Oh, you're from here." No, I'm still visiting.
Yeah. Visiting.
I'm still a visitor.
My residency.
I just had to get a license that said Colorado on it because they won't let me stay.
That is so.
But I'm
funny,
visiting.
Yeah,
I just don't claim it.
You ever spend any time in the mountains, anything like that? You
Yeah,
ever
I've
get up
gone
there?
camping.
You like that?
It's
Did you
I
camp
don't
in
know.
Cali?
Yeah, I camped in
Okay.
Cali, but it was like more in like towards Sac area. So
Oh yeah, I used to work.
but
there.
I was young though, so I was a lot older out here. But
That makes a difference. We've talked about that with other guests too, like the age you are at different places where
Yeah.
you're living.
Yeah,
I just
you're doing different things at different times. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't. Like I like it. I don't get me wrong. It's a good place to raise kids. From where
I would
I'm from.
agree. Yeah.
From where I'm from, yeah. Like I'm glad my son's out here, but then again, I'm like 18, 7 more years, I'm out. You can
Is that
come
right?
with?
Are you going to go back?
Yeah, that's the plan.
100% going back.
That boy's gonna get a scholarship somewhere.
Somewhere. As big as his ass is.
Since Samoan's probably gonna be BYU.
For real, huh?
They love all
Just
the
thinking,
Samoans.
or go to Oregon or Hawaii. Like they don't like you in Hawaii. I tried. Don't. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
You spent time in Hawaii before?
For a little bit. I was in the party stage after high school. Yeah,
Hawaii seems like a good spot for that.
Yeah, I mean, you wake up on the beach.
You know what's remarkable out there still to me is the weed. You would think that it would be such a weed-friendly place, but it's not.
No.
Yeah, at all.
Yeah.
No, it's weird.
They're more like that rock hard drug. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They like the meth out there.
Yeah,
They love
heavy.
the meth.
They tell
That's
you
why-
it's lava.
Yes, that's why the Dog the Bounty Hunter was so successful out there forever,
seriously.
bro.
Really. And he
was
left Denver.
juicing.
Yeah, he was in the Springs for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he still has like something out here.
Yeah,
Or
probably
his
has
ex-wife
business.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pierce, did you ever think about living anywhere besides Colorado since you were raised
Besides
here?
Colorado.
Yeah.
Well, funny that you said that because remember, I think I told you that there was a point in time where the wifey's job was going to take us away,
I remember. I thought you were moving. I was like, oh,
and
no.
it was seriously going to be to San Francisco.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and we were like calling up places. I was like calling up people that I knew out there. I'm like, "Yo, dude," I was like, "What is it like out there? What do I need to prepare for? Like, can I live in San Francisco?" And like,
You could live in
They were
San
like,
Francisco.
they were like, well, "How much is your
Nice
wife?
spot.
How much is your wife gonna make?" Well, my wife makes X amount of money. Like, ooh, and how much are you gonna make? Well, I don't have. I'd have to find a job.
Yeah.
And then like, Oh, okay. On your wife's income. Yeah, you
It's probably going to be the airport. If you would have found a job, it was going to be the airport.
It's like your wife can probably, you probably find something in the city, but it's gonna be expensive. And a lot of people just live in Oakland and
Or South San Francisco.
Yeah, and travel to San Francisco to work. And there was like people telling me all these like, you have a kid, so these suburbs out here in Oakland are the best for schools and so on and so forth. And it was coming down to it. And what happened was COVID.
Oh,
We were almost, because the wife was going to get a VP position out there. Oh, nice. And so then COVID happened, and the expansion out west for her company just said,
COVID.
stopped.
Put that on hold. Yeah.
And it put it on hold. And I was like, oh my God, but yeah, dollar. We were like
I remember, dude.
that close to
I remember.
California.
I was like,
And
podcast is over.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, I don't, okay, I've only lived here my whole life, so that's gonna be different.
Man.
Have you ever had an interest yourself at living anywhere else? Or have you ever-
International, not
Oh, okay.
Where international?
yeah.
where international, you guys. I would like to live in like Switzerland, Norway, like
Dude, I'm obsessed with that place too.
Spain. Spain is real nice. I've been to Spain before. And
I
that's
ain't
real
never been
nice.
outside the country.
Is that right?
Yeah. My son has. I haven't.
Yeah.
Which is interesting too, because the whole Bay Area's got so much internet.
Culture,
People from
yeah.
all over the world.
Yeah. I want to go back to Samoa. I've never been, so I heard it's nice out there. Well,
It's
depending
so
on where you go.
Yeah, yeah, because it's like crime out there. They have a lot of meth out there too.
Yeah, literally. But it's crazy because my dad's side of the family owns half of the American Samoa, Pongo Pongo. Our family owns half that island.
Damn.
Whoa.
Yeah, like my dad was supposed to be a chief and all that stuff. So
Damn.
it's crazy. Yeah.
We've talked about purchasing an island before, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Before that phrase sounded weird, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. When
Yeah.
I said that, I
Purchase
was
an
like,
island?
that now has like a negative connotation.
Yeah. I'm just gonna buy an island. Everybody here lives on my island now.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, that's wild,
you're the
though.
mayor.
That's wild, though. Your family owns like half of an
Yeah.
island, you said.
Our family's like the high chief of the
Oh,
island.
that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Does Maya's family or anything have anything prominent in the Philippines?
What do you mean? Just like, no, they don't. She doesn't own any islands, no.
It was like one of our friends, Dave, his wife, their family owns like a whole bunch of chains of hotels in the Philippines. Yeah, so
Interesting. No, just a house. They got
Yeah.
a house out there. Her family does.
that's funny because I'd like to go to the motherland too one day.
Yeah, same. I'm also half Filipino.
No way.
Yeah, I'm Filipino, Samoan, and Hawaiian.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Small world.
That's the eyes. The Filipinos
Yeah.
are the eyes, you know? So
You squinty? You squinty?
Yeah,
laugh,
very
you laugh and
squinty.
The
smile?
truth is, man, there is such a variety of Filipinos that like all the time I'm like, Filipino?
yeah, so in San Francisco, where I'm from, Daly City, I'm the tallest guy out there because all the Filipinos are out there.
That's the same
yeah.
thing with me too because I'm a halfer. I always say I'm Mexipino.
Mexipino.
Yeah, Hispanian.
Yeah.
But like when I played, it was this Asian basketball league,
I play in the Asian basketball league
and
right
you
now.
had to prove.
We should have had Mark
you're
here,
Asian.
bro.
Yeah, you had to prove that you're Asian.
Yeah.
And I was like, here's my proof and everything like that. I'm like, look, I was like, I'm gonna be the tallest motherfucker here, dude. And
It's
so I was
crazy.
like, and sure enough, I was the tallest until there was a Tiger Woods motherfucker there, and he was half black and half Korean, and like 6'10".
Is this the league in Parker?
No, this is we played at
about to say.
Metro.
Okay.
Yeah.
I play in the all Asian league.
Oh, do you? We played at Metro, right? And so I was like, oh my God. And so when it came time to me to guard that dude, I was like, because I'm only like 6'3", and I'm like 6'10" against this guy. And it's like, okay, just like,
I love playing in those leagues.
yeah.
Damn, that's crazy though. Oh, that's wild. You know what? To be honest with you, Polynesian culture to me, like I didn't really understand what it was at all until we went out to Hawaii and they have that Polynesian Cultural Center and you get to learn like all the different. Oh, that was dope to me.
So originally Hawaii was supposed to be Samoa back in like the ancient times. And
Yeah.
Hawaii is supposed to be Hawaii, not Hawaii.
yeah.
So it was like originally supposed to be the Samoan Islands. Like we were there first, apparently. At least that's what they say. Don't quote me.
Yeah,
Next
but
thing you
it
know,
seemed like
all the
there was-
Hawaiians are coming after me.
No, but there was something like that.
Yeah, it's like it's crazy. So
Yeah, it's wild. Dude, there's so many different types of people throughout the whole world. It's really
Yeah.
crazy. You get so locked into your own little world. That's why it's interesting you want to live abroad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywhere else? So you said, what'd you say? Switzerland? Finland?
Switzerland, like Norway.
Norway.
Spain.
Norway. Okay. Why? Why up there like Switzerland? What's that called again? Like Finland, Switzerland, Norway, Sweden.
The Norwegian area.
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
Nordic
I was gonna say
area.
there's
Yeah.
that. I didn't want to sound wrong online.
But yeah. But no, I don't know. It's like the quality of life out there is supposed
It's
to
a
be
lot
like
different. They
the
appreciate
best.
it more
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah,
You know
the
what I
quality
mean?
of life, like the working and all that stuff, and yeah,
I heard
I was
it's like
just-
really nice out there.
Yeah. I was just telling Mai how fascinated I am. Like, I would love to go and check it out. First of all, it's physically beautiful.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
There's so much like that. But it's also like, I don't know if socialistic is the right word, but like, people pay tremendously higher taxes,
Yeah.
but they have everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like
It's not,
whatever
yeah, it's
you
not
need.
socialism. It's just it's not that. It's
No, I didn't
yeah.
say it was socialism, but socialistic.
Yeah.
Like it's a more communal approach to a society.
Yeah.
where like everybody pitches in and everybody gets all
they
the
win?
benefits. Did they win the Golden?
No, okay.
Oh, is it over?
Yeah, 118 to 99.
It's game 7 then.
Yeah, Sunday I think it is.
Yeah.
Exciting.
But no, I always thought about that too. I was like, yeah, but if I lived out there, I was like, I would stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Like, like that. Like when we went to
You're a little darker out
yeah,
there. It's hard to say.
when
a
we
little
went
tan.
when we went to China, it was the same way too, but in an opposite way. So when we went to China, like I thought like a lot of people, like Chinese people, were like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
I want to take pictures and everything like that. No, it was the opposite. It was the wifey. Everyone wanted to take pictures of the wifey because she's blonde. She's a blue eye and a green eye. She's light complexioned. And our tour guide said that we went to that Shanghai whatever play that's going on that happened. Yeah. Well, we saw the real one out there in China, like the one that's been going on for thousands of years. So we went to this place and saw it, and like the lady, our tour guide, was like, she goes, so just she's like a lot of the farmers and stuff like that from the old countries, they save up their whole lives to come see this show. And I was like, damn, I feel kind of shitty now. I was like, I'm just here for vacation.
You just waltz in.
Yeah, just like,
Just catch the evening show.
one of everything, please.
We're gonna leave a little early. We're gonna grab something to eat.
Yeah. I don't even like that. Ugh. Just
Throw it on the floor. You hear it. Next.
but no. And so like you were saying, but she's like, but just so you know, they they don't have televisions or papers like photographs, stuff like that. So like when they see you, and she put it my wife, they're going to be like wanting to take pictures with you and this and that and like all these things. And sure enough, we got there and they were like grabbing Tara's hair and like touching it and just like the picture, like the picture. They're all taking pictures with her out there. And then like Callie, my daughter, same way, she's lighter complected, but she has like light brown hair, and she's all posing with like little Asian kids. Like,
Yeah, did I tell you that something like that happened to me in Hong Kong when I was out there?
Oh, really?
When I was a lot younger. Yeah, it was like I was at some community garden area, and it was like kids on a field trip. It was like a elementary school or whatever, and they saw me, bro. It's like, and I was so skinny back then, dude. Just tall, lanky dude walking around, like, looked so out of place. Probably had a fucking fanny pack on or something.
Oh no.
But yeah,
It's all see through.
yeah,
The fanny pack.
a fanny pack that's see through.
The clear ones? No.
No, but yeah, they freaked out, and they're like doing this over and over. And you're like,
That's all they know.
yeah.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's good to travel the world though, Pierce.
Yeah.
Got to see stuff.
Jordan, it's good to
Yeah.
travel the world.
We're gonna
Get
One
that
day.
passport.
I'm working on it, man.
Get that passport,
Working on it. Yeah. One day.
What about so changing gears, going back to photography? What about
Did we even
photography?
mention that yet? By the way,
Yeah, he said he does
Yeah, a little bit.
videography.
Okay.
and
Oh
all
yeah.
that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Videography.
What about photography like intrigues you the most? Like, what do you
Man,
love about
capturing the
most?
moment.
Yeah,
Like, people forget about a lot of things that happen in their lives, and capturing that one moment And then you're like, one day you're going through an album, you're like, oh my God, remember this day?
Yeah.
And then just reminiscing about like good times. You know what I mean? And like, especially like for people that you don't see a whole lot. And then when you do see them, it's all pictures.
Yeah.
And capturing the moments, man, it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, like I do a lot of people's prom pictures, like kids' prom pictures.
Oh, that's cool.
Capture their moments.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
they
good
love
to
that
know.
stuff. Yeah. I do senior pictures, all that stuff.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
just focus on one thing like landscaping or stuff like that.
Hell yeah, bro.
I love it, but man, I take pictures of everything.
Keep
man.
that in
So,
mind because Jay will be a senior next year.
There you go.
Got proms and stuff coming up.
Weddings and stuff like that.
I've done weddings. I've done concerts.
Yeah, dude.
Man, I've flown out of town and just shot. Like I went to Seattle and just shot up there because they have so much greenery up there.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it was just
yeah.
like capturing
That's
like
cool,
all that
man.
up there. So
And
my
that's cool.
camera's always with me. So
I thought that was interesting the way you said that because you don't think about that, but like how much of your life you forget.
yeah.
You don't realize it's not like half. It's like most of the shit. Like
Yeah.
there's very little things, or sometimes a memory gets triggered or whatever.
Yeah.
But looking at pictures, honestly, Pierce, that's why I love the podcast too, because we can go. It's like a time capsule. We listen to ourselves like talking in different times.
Yep.
And I remember before Trump was, when he was running for office. Like it's
It'll never
int-
happen. That'll never happen.
And then it happened.
both- yeah. We were-
Now he's going to jail.
yeah. Who would have thunk?
Yeah.
That shit's wild.
Yeah. Well, it's like me, I'm like a big nostalgia fan just in general. Like I like to keep things like mementos and like you were saying, the memories. Like I think I've told you that before on one of the podcasts we had with the COVID podcast. I used to keep all my tickets that I ever went
yeah.
to, like
We were talking about that.
movies, concerts,
still do
football
that.
games, stuff like that. And so like there's like legit, like I had like Rocky tickets, opening day Rocking tickets. It was like $10
Back then.
for like good seats, right?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, dude. And like, just like Nuggets games and stuff like that, like all the different movies. I'm like, I'd like have movie stubs from like, dude, where's my car? Like when it was in the
Yeah.
theater and stuff like that. And so,
Dude, some of that shit might be worth money.
yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it was just like the stuff like even like newspapers, right? Like when the Avalanche won
When
the
got it
Stanley
framed
Cup,
up.
I have the newspaper from when they won, like the next
Nice.
day. Yeah. So
In about like 50 years, it's probably going to be worth something.
if I can keep it up that way, it'll crumble up.
Oh, get a frame. Nice little frame. Put it
Well,
in
that's
there.
the other thing too. Like, again, nostalgia. So I have a lot of stuff framed. Like when I went to our buddy Ontario, I went to New York.
Who,
with him.
by the way, was the one that was on the podcast that actually predicted Trump's election.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep, he was the one that called it. But no, I went out there with him, and it was one of those things like you were saying, memories, right?
Yeah.
We were at the Duke game. It was in Madison Square Garden, and
Forget you're a Duke fan.
yeah.
I tried
These
it.
perfect colors. These are the perfect colors.
Yeah. And now I know really why you picked the color.
But no, it was like when we were there, and I had to justify this to the wife too. There was a T-shirt there. It was limited edition T-shirts. There was only 12 made for the day, right? And it was a Duke one, and it had the Duke. And it was the Champions Classic, and it has the Duke emblem on it. And I was like, "It's XL, extra large, right?" And I was like, "Oh, that's my size too." And I was like, "I'll buy
meant to
it."
be.
I was like, "I'll buy it." They're like, "She's like, it's $100." I was like, "For a T-shirt, buy it. I'll buy it." Justifying that purchase to the wife was not fun.
I
by the
bet.
way.
Just think of it long term.
Because the other thing is too, I was like, I don't even wear it, and so I framed it, and it's in my office, like 7 of 12.
Do you remember this date? That's what you tell her.
Yeah.
We were there.
Well, she wasn't there.
Oh.
It was just me and Ontario.
So you explained when you got back what the $100 was for?
And da-da-da.
So of all the things that you do, and you seem to be into like several different things, which is really fucking cool. That's part of the reason you're on here. We like talking to interesting people. But if you suddenly had $10 billion, what would you do?
Man. Like, what would I do career wise
Or whatever. Like, what would you do? With your
Man,
life at that
honestly,
point?
I would put majority of it towards my son, and then make sure my mom and dad are good, and then the rest, make sure my siblings are good, and then quit my job probably. But I'd probably work like I'll do part-time, but I don't know if I'm gonna come in that day.
You need that insurance. You need that insurance, man.
I mean, that's a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's what I mean.
Probably
is
invest.
Like, yeah, because I think we're all stuck to it, right? We're all chained to money. It's what the whole society we live in runs on. So I'm always curious, like if you just money wasn't a thing, you're good. You're totally good for the rest of your life. What would you do? Like, would you do a lot of photography and?
Man, I don't know, because I like to dabble. I don't like to stick to one thing. Like, I like to perfect one thing and get better at it, and then learn something else, get better at that.
That's dope.
And then just combine it all together. You know, so
at the end of the day, you got like all kinds of different skills and experiences.
Yeah, and no one can tell me, oh, we need to go get this person for it. No, you got me. I can do it right now. Let's just do it. You know,
$50.
Yeah, 50. I got Cash App, Venmo, Deli. Which one do you want to do?
Yeah,
I even take food stamps. What you want to do?
Damn, that is.
Well, you know what we should do? We should actually ask.
Oh,
good
call.
We haven't got to it for a little bit. We ask every one of our guests for the majority of the part, if we can't get to it. One question. It's one question. Okay. If you were trapped on a tropical island, you had everything in your means to survive, live a long, happy life, but you had a way to play music, but you only had one album that you can play for the rest of your life. What is that one album?
Oh,
while
that's
you're thinking on that, Tony's going to tell his.
Yeah. Bob Marley, "Catch a Fire," 1973. I had it on in my truck on repeat for a solid 8 years, probably at one point.
I hints the rug in the back. I would
Favorite artist of all time, bro. I love Bob Marley.
Man. Oh.
And then me, I'm an old soul as well. I'm Earth, Wind, and Fire, "Gratitude," which is also 1973 as well.
Man, I'm very old school, so like Motown was like my thing. My dad made me grow up on that stuff.
Okay.
Like my dad sings, my dad plays the piano, sax, all that.
Yeah.
So like R&B, old school music was a thing in our household. So like Earth, Wind, and Fire, The Temptations, Smokey Robinson, all that, man. So that's kind of hard.
Yeah, it is.
Like I was just listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire on the way up here, so it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, now people are like, it's 2023, bro. I would do a mix.
Yeah,
I would do a mix.
Yeah, how about I just
Spotify daily mix? That's what I would choose.
I would just pick. I don't know, man. That's a hard one.
It is
for me because like R&B is all I listen to.
Yeah.
Like I'd be in the car full of my homeboys playing R&B music. They'd be like, "Really?" I'm like, "It's my car.
It's like
drove yours."
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's a hard one, man. Like I love R&B, old school music. Probably the Gap Band, man.
I've never had that one.
Go.
The Gap Band.
Little
Charlie Roll. Yeah, outstanding. Yeah. You're a shining star.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. That's dope. So, and talk to me now. I'm interested because I've been a musician my whole life. My kids all play music. Like we're real into music, real into it. So I'm curious. Talk to me about your dad. He played. Do you play music at all?
No. I mean, I dabble in singing and here and there. You know, we had growing up in a Polynesian culture.
Yeah.
I don't know if they sing.
Bro, that's what happened to us. We were in a ukulele shop and we were like talking to the ladies there and they brought out a ukulele and just started singing songs. So we started singing with them and then they brought out this guitar and we just all of an impromptu like musical jam session in the middle of a ukulele store.
Yeah. So, I mean, my dad, man, what he told me when growing up, he played the sax. He's been in groups. My dad's always been the lead singer of our family. So like he had his own group. He led sing. He sang to my mom at their wedding, and all that stuff.
That's cool.
So like he did all those jams. So like when I think it was before we were born, he had a full ride scholarship to Notre Dame for the saxophone, and he turned it down because he had us.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, though, you could have put mom through some struggles for a couple of years, but you would have been playing. But, you know, my dad hasn't touched the saxophone in years, but he plays the piano every day. Okay. Like we have a piano in our house and he jams out. And my dad doesn't know, he knows how to read music, but he doesn't. He plays by sound.
Yeah.
So like
I
he
love that.
literally he listens to the song and then he just
plays it.
and it's crazy to me. So like all of my uncles, they all sing at my dad's wedding and all that. So man, music is in our blood. So
I love that.
yeah, when you said you're a musician, I was like, okay.
Yeah, I love music.
Yeah, man. That's how I get through either the night or day.
Yes, sir.
So
It's been exciting for me seeing the kids like
play.
get older and get into it. And you remember, dude, Jay would start playing drums when he was like 4 or 5
and
or
then
some
watched the
shit.
guitar for a little bit, and then
Yeah, dude. And now I've always wanted him to sing because he's
Yeah.
got a nice voice, but he's just like, nah, I don't sing.
Really?
And he's been strict. So he got real good at drums. He got real good at guitar. And then, but after a while, he starts getting bored on the guitar and he starts writing because that's what I've always done. I love writing music. He started writing songs and now he's doing covers too. And he's working on his voice. I came home today. It's so funny. He's sitting up in the stairway because I immediately know why he's sitting there. I'm like, it sounds dope as shit right there. The way he's bouncing off the stairs. Like, yeah. And he was just jamming out. And I was like, oh, damn, that's cool. I was like, it's time to pass the torch, man. Take it away. I love music.
Same.
It's what unites us.
I think if I didn't know how to do anything, I think I would have went full force with music.
Yeah.
Because it's just, I don't know if you guys, you're from Cali. You know who the Booyah tribe is, right?
I don't know.
They came out of the West Coast, Carson City. They're in that music video with Janet Jackson, Lonely.
Okay.
Those big ass Samoans in there.
Yeah.
They're in that Italian Job at the golf course with Mark Wahlberg.
Yep.
That's the Booyah tribe.
Yeah,
Those are my uncles. Those are my dad's cousins.
Shut up.
So like music runs in our family, you know what I mean? So like they got, and then there's a Christian group out there. Oh my God, I can't remember their names. When put on the spot, they won Grammys too. Like our family is deep in the music business.
that's
So
cool, dude.
That's
Well, I know you follow like some of the same things. I think on Instagram, I see you liking a lot of the same things, like P-Lo. And, like,
yeah, he's actually. I'm actually going to his concert next week on Friday. Yeah, P-Lo. Yeah, my cousin. His name is DJ Marcus Lee.
Okay,
and he DJs out there. He knows P-Lo, all them, and they run a thing
Heartbreak Gang.
Yeah, look, HBK. Yeah, man. Yeah, so they're gonna be out here next week.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah.
Where did you do broadcasting stuff? You were talking about that, like
yeah, I did it at the school.
At the school,
yeah, because they had all this set up just like how yours is in the school, and then we had to do like internships.
Okay,
and then we used to do the radio shows, part of our like intern hours that we had to do.
This is in Cali though.
No, this is out here.
Oh, this is out here.
Yeah.
Do you know who DJ Chones is?
DJ, why does that sound familiar?
On the radio.
Yeah, you grew up with him.
Yeah, he's on the radio. DJ Chones on KS1075 and everything like that.
It's just a funny thing because he actually works at our school now.
the dean of
He
their
started as a dean and then he's become a teacher.
Oh wow!
And so he actually teaches like podcasting and DJ school and you know.
So he probably knows a lot of the same people I know. Like in that, like there's a DJ Tenacity out here that does KS1075.
Yep, he does.
DJ
Yeah.
Tenacity, yeah.
They're all part of that group. Yeah.
Yeah, he
see?
still does. He's still on the radio.
Yeah.
He told him he does like one day a week or something like that.
I think I know who it is. I just probably got to hear his voice.
It's just
again.
wild for me because I didn't grow up here, and so I didn't really know him or anything. But like walking around with him, and like, anytime somebody's visiting the school or something, they're like, "Wait, you're DJ Chones?" Like I watch people just like fanboy out. I'm like,
and Tony's
that's Mario,
like,
bro.
Yeah, that's what Tony says. He's like, no, that's Mario. His name's Mario. I was like, wait, where does Chones come from? There, what?
Yeah, he's a cool ass dude.
That's
One of my
awesome.
favorite people.
And
bro.
you said he's a dean?
He started as a dean. Now he's a teacher. He's actually full on. He does electives, so he does podcasting and
That's cool.
And they're
DJ
teaching that
school.
in school?
Yeah, and yep. Our school, we go out of our way to have really unique offerings for the students. We try
That's
to make
awesome.
it cool.
That is dope. I wish I had that in school.
Yeah, we all do,
I would
man.
have been in all that.
Yeah,
That would have been
It was
cool.
just, I mean, it's all cookie cutter when we went to school. You know?
yeah,
Yeah,
straightforward.
for
The
sure.
electives, you're like, fuck, I guess I have to take home ec. You're like, damn, dude. It's like,
I actually did pretty good in home ec.
Looks like I'm going to make my initial pillow today.
Yeah.
You know, I had to make that pillow that was
pillow.
initial. Did you have to do that?
Wood shop.
Yeah, no,
all
I
that.
remember that.
Which I was or we had to make like this fucking coat hanger with these like little ribbons like tied around it, and you had to like make it
didn't
into
do
a
that.
fucking shape.
I didn't do
And
that
then
one.
I did actually it wasn't called it was like something foods. It was a foods class.
Okay.
And it was like cooking, right?
like home ec.
And so but
Yeah.
they didn't call it home ec out here because it was like It was derogatory sounding home economics. But you know what it was. You knew what it was.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was like a foods class, right? And I remember I was like, I'm gonna take this foods class. I'm gonna learn some stuff, and we're gonna eat too. I was like, right, I'm gonna eat.
Oh yeah.
Man, we laid the same, like the dough was like the same dough for every fucking thing. Like if you made a biscuit, it was a biscuit dough. If you made a pizza, it was that biscuit dough with just some marinara and fucking pepperoni on top of that thing. Dude, like,
A little bit of cheese. A little bit of
Why is
cheese.
that? It was limited what they could get, probably.
yeah, it was like just
they're buying shit in bulk.
That shit's funny.
That is funny, dude.
But yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, we didn't just, yeah. When we were in school, it wasn't.
Yeah. Well, I think most schools don't do it. Like we're taking a different approach a little bit. I'm sure other schools around the country, there's places where it's happening. But it's like it's the rise of like culturally responsive teaching where you're like when we grew up, it was like get your ass in line and fucking pay attention in class, or you got to go talk to the dean. Like like there's no zero tolerance. Now we understand better. Like kids actually learn and grow better if they kind of see themselves in the curriculum, or like there's something that seems like, hey, that would be dope. You know, like I would love to learn to DJ and to scratch, and that would be cool. Awesome. And then you don't just have anybody doing it. You got fucking DJ Jones teaching them. He's got a school too outside of it.
School of DJing,
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. I was trying to think of. So you ever played any instruments? I mean, you noodle around with anything?
I mean, messed around with like a guitar or a piano here and there. But
I see. I know.
Just for like jokes.
People from musical families. That's like, no, I'm not the player. I don't do that. And then you hear them. They pick up a guitar, and I'm like, oh my god.
Start playing it.
Yeah.
Like, nah, that's not me. Not me.
That's not my vibe.
I like being behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So like,
are you left-handed, by the way?
Right-handed.
Oh, you right-handed.
Yeah.
The way you went with your guitar. So you don't play guitar.
Yeah. There you go.
But you never know, because my son's left-handed, but he
Really?
plays a right-handed guitar right-handed. Like this is, I feel bad for left-handed people. I feel like they always.
That's my daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, they
my
always.
parents.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my parents and my daughter.
Both your parents?
Yeah.
What a trip. Well, that's I guess probably where she gets it from. But the world's not designed for it, so there's always workarounds.
Yeah.
Like, I've watched it with my son growing up. He was always figuring things out in a different way.
Like even like the silliest of things, right? The computer.
Yeah.
Like
Your mouse.
I remember like showing my daughter something like on the computer. I was like, right, like here we go. I was like, go ahead and click on that. And like she grabs it, and it was like, I was like, what are you? Like I'm looking at her weird. Like, what are you doing? Do you not know how to move a mouse? And I was like, oh shit, you're left-handed.
So she's like this. Leans over.
She's like weird doing it. I was like, what is your hand doing? Like I remember looking at her like, what is your hand doing?
That's funny.
And then I was like, oh, that's right. And so
Lefty.
lefty.
Yeah. It's funny how many left-handed people end up like kind of semi-ambidextrous.
Yeah.
Like Jay, he does all kinds of things. He can do it right-handed or left-handed or like.
I have a cousin that's left-handed, and he switches off left and right. So
Yeah. It's just interesting. I wonder what's the percentage of people that have a left hand.
I think it's really
they
low.
have
Everyone.
Most people, dollar.
People.
for real,
They're left-handed.
Yeah, I think it's low though.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah, it's like the whole thing with red hair. It's very low.
10%.
Yeah.
Okay.
wow.
Red hair's low. Light eyes are low.
Yeah. So 1 out of 10 people are left-handed. Yet everything they're just like, hey, we got 90%, bro. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about that? You know, especially nowadays, like we're trying to make everything equity
Equal.
and like, trying to do all this, but you never stop and think like, what about left-handed people, bro? They've been dealing with shit for a long time.
It's coming then. It's coming. There's gonna be a whole club.
A revolution is
Yeah,
coming.
watch, it's coming.
The left-handers are just in a bunker right now, just waiting for their
Seriously.
time.
Hashtag left-handed justice.
It's coming. Mark my words. What's today? 4/29/28.
Yeah.
Mark my words.
They're gonna, the whole left-handers are gonna take out like all the right-handed
hand.
stuff. Get used to it. We've done it our whole lives.
But then 90% of people are right-handed, so society just falls apart.
Yeah.
We can't get workers. Hold on, we have to rethink this.
Yeah, seriously. It's gonna happen.
What a great movie. Oh my
All
god.
right, huh?
This is on the podcast, so
Comedy idea
it
or
is
serious, Mike?
like comedy. That'd be
I think it'd
hilarious,
have
right?
to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I say mixture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. A little bit of real social justice.
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
there.
real social justice.
Yeah.
They never saw it coming. Those righties, and they had to use like a derogatory term for them. Righties.
Right. Start giving them the look as they're walking by. No, you go left.
Yeah. Or it's it's like to identify them. Like they put a piece of paper and a pencil in front of them, and they're like,
Which side do you
write
grab
your
it from?
name, and they're like, the person's like,
It's all janky.
I mean, for real though, if like I'm right-handed, right? But I remember when I had stitches in this hand, and my hand I had to it was wrapped like this, and I had to go to the emergency room, so I couldn't use this hand. But when I got to the fucking emergency room, I had to write down my fucking name and a card and stuff like that. Yeah. And so this thing was just like a
preschooler.
Dude, it was dumb looking, and I just remember like this. I'm like, damn, why does this look dumb? I'm like, as you're writing, you're like, this looks dumb. And so the lady, when she was calling me, she was like, Michael, did somebody have something wrong with their hand? And I was like,
raise your hand.
She just straight up.
Yeah, me. And it's Mike.
Yeah, and it's Mike. And then because and that's the other thing too. So right hand dominant. When I had the stitches, my boss at work was like, "You right-handed or left-handed?" I was like, "Right-handed." He's like, "Ooh, you're gonna have some shitty days." I was like, "What?" He goes, "You ever wiped your ass with your other hand?" I was like, "What?" He goes, "You're gonna have some accidents, bro.
Oh,
just letting you know."
Damn.
It's true, right? Because you're like,
yeah, oh yeah.
You said that.
Yeah, well, because I broke my right hand and it was bad, so it was 6 months in a cast. So I got damn good at doing a lot of stuff with left hand, but it was by necessity. I had to, bro.
Yeah, I had to learn it.
I was working, I was in school, I had to just figure it out. But
yeah.
I wonder how I'd be now. It's
Damn
probably all
righties.
gone. I bet you if I tried to write my name.
All that training for nothing for 6 months.
Looks like a 3-year-old again. Damn it.
Righties.
Yeah. Little things like that you don't think about.
No, that's crazy.
How tall are you?
I'm about 6'1".
6'1"?
Yeah, I was 6'2" in high school. And then I shrunk. Goddamn gravity.
We have a lot in common.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I used to walk around saying I was 6'2" forever because I was 6'2" in high school.
Yeah.
And then we went to the Denver Museum of Nature and Science.
That's not accurate though, Dollar. That stupid projection thing.
Yeah, I don't like
not
that.
accurate?
Yeah, no.
No.
Well, because I did it in front of my whole fucking family. And then so from then on, it's like no one will ever leave it alone. You're 6'1", bro. You're not 6'2". We did it. We got the official number.
That says 61 inches. Like, damn.
Yeah, because I was thinking for tall people too. And that's the other thing with where you want to go, that part of the world, there's a lot of tall ass people, Pierce.
Yeah.
Like, was it Sweden, Norway?
Yeah, the Nordics.
Norwegian.
The Nordics, those Icelanders.
Yeah.
Icelanders.
Like the, what is it? What's his name? The mountain. Half Thor Bjornsson.
Giant human being, bro. Yeah, those guys they're big as hell.
I think they're
you'd fit right in.
I think the average.
fit right in.
I think I remember looking the average height of a male is 6 foot. That's the average height.
Yep. Yep. Which you don't think about that, but here, what is it? 5'8", 5'7", something like that.
No, I think it's 5'10". Is it 5'10"? I think it's 5'10".
I don't think it's that high.
I don't even know.
Average height, America.
And then I want to say something somewhere in Central America.
5'9".
Where there's
5'9".
Damn, I was close. 5'10". I said 5'10". Yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay.
But it's somewhere south. In Central America, where a bunch of Mayans are, I wanted to say that one of them was 5. The average height for a man was 5'3". I was like, oh damn, those Mayans. I was
yeah.
Small.
Well, because you think the average, right?
Yeah.
Because there's definitely, to think 5'9" is the height average here, it's damn. There's people
a lot of
out
short
there
ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, because there's people for sure that are 7'1" walking around. They're around,
Yeah.
Same with people that are, my grandma, she was 4'10" or 4'11", something like that.
Yeah, everyone in my family is tall besides the women. I mean, the Samoan women are pretty tall. I think one of my cousins 5'11". I have another cousin that's 6'2".
yeah.
The girls.
Yeah.
So, but my dad's 6'5". So
that's funny. It's the same for me too in my family. On my dad's side of the family, they're all giant, bro.
Yeah.
We're tiny. Me and my dad was the same height as me. He's 6'2", but they're gigantic fucking people.
Same.
It's weird.
My mom's side, everyone's short. That's that Filipino side. So my older cousins, they couldn't beat me up.
Well,
I was taller than them.
Tony's kids are so blessed because of Tony, because you saw his wife upstairs. Maya's 5'4".
Yeah.
She's 5'4", and then all of her kids are.
She doesn't listen to the podcast. She says 5'4". She's 5'3".
You think it's that?
I really. Maybe I'm just bitter about my 6'1" thing.
I got to get it back somewhere.
Yeah, all his kids are going to be tall.
Yeah. And the doctor said my son was going to project it to be 6'5", 6'6".
Damn. Yo, yeah, 5'10"
what
right now.
Yeah. We're 10.5.
Damn, bro.
I remember that though when that happened to me when I went into adult shoes, because it sucked because like, you know, being a basketball player and like, you know the hip hop culture, of basketball and stuff like Jordans, like
they all
pennies and the Answer, the Reeboks, right? All those shoes were out at the time, and for like kids, $80.
Yeah.
$80. Adults, $100, $110, $120. Like you're like, damn, and like my mom would be like,
No. You better wait till one of your cousins.
Like, oh come on, man. So like the only time I really got like the good shoes was when basketball season started. Yeah. And so I got all my Grant Hills, my Fila's, my Grant Hills, and that's like, you know, they were $150. You're like, yeah.
I blame my childhood for why I don't give a fuck about my sneakers now, because I grew up and I never had nothing, bro. Do you know what you're from California?
Yeah.
Do you know what Pro Wings are? You ever heard of Pro Wings? Or maybe it's because I'm older. I don't know. I'm like 10 11 years older.
If I've seen it, I probably would know.
Yeah, but they were basically the knock. It was when you got to pay less back then. You know, it was like they had their own brand or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it was like the cheapest shoes ever. I fucking hated it, dude. I took so much shit for my shoes all the time. And except for the one time my dad showed up with a pair of Air Jordans. Came from a questionable source, I'm pretty sure. Where he got the money.
Fell off a truck.
Let's get those at.
Fell off a truck.
I didn't ask no questions.
Yeah.
I just put them on and kept them clean.
That's funny.
Yeah. When did you start buying your own sneakers?
So, I mean, I had a job when I was like 13 years old, dude.
Same.
Yeah, we've talked about same.
So
same,
I was able.
same.
So we've talked about that too on the podcast. Like I had a job, and so like when your parents would ground you, I'm like, hey, no, you can't. You know, go to your room. And like in my room, I had bought my own like little 13-inch TV. I had like, you know, PlayStation down there that I bought and everything like that. And so my whole parents' philosophy was like, well, he bought it. It's his. I can't take it away from him because he bought it.
But I would have been smart. I would have been like, well, you don't pay the power.
That's what I told him. Yeah, that's what I told him about my kids.
But my parents would do half on shoes then. Like I'd go like I'd pay half on the shoe.
Oh,
whatever you cover the rest.
Yeah, have those good sneakers.
Yeah.
But
they learned their lessons bad because like there was one time we went to Payless and my mom got us Payless shoes and they were like the knockoff Converse All-Stars, like canvas shoes, right? And I remember playing basketball. I was outside playing basketball and like a week later, the shoes were trashed, bro. Like my mom was
fell
pissed
apart
because she had to get us new shoes. And she was like, these are a week old. Like, sorry,
get what you pay for.
Yeah, seriously. You paid less, Mom. You paid less.
And so now it's like the opposite, right? So like my daughter now, because I'm like a shoe snob. Yeah. And so, you know, my daughter, Jordans, she has like, you know, when the taxis came out, she had her own pair of taxis and like all these different things. Like DJ Khaled, she has the Jordan 5, stuff like that. And so, so my daughter gets like all the cool shoes. And then she came home one day, she's like, someone at school said these are fake. I'm like, the fuck that is fake? Like, I will show that receipt.
Honey, you take this receipt. Take
You see that? You see that? What is it called? The number on there that they be having?
Yep. You see that serial number right there,
Serial
girl?
number there.
Right there.
Girl.
Tell them the style. That's the style number, girl.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's
shoes are getting expensive.
Yeah, they are.
I just got into shoes maybe a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Like I never really cared for it.
Yeah.
But then when working at the club, you getting all this extra money and all this and that.
Gonna burn it, man.
Yeah, dude. So I'm buying like ones. I bought like 3 pairs of ones, 3 pairs of 13s, and now my son sees it. He puts them on. He's like, Dad, they fit. Not yet. Not yet. Leave them in the box.
Yeah. So like the wifey's behind on podcasts, so she's not going to hear this until this already gets to my house. So I just bought these. Everybody, these are the green, metallic green Jordan golf shoes.
Wow,
these are golf shoes,
bro.
So
those are nice.
So they're specifically.
I can
for
get
golf.
you a Misfit white and green shirt with that.
There you go. See? But yeah, so like that's the same thing. Like Jordans, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, like in my closet.
It's all
Yeah,
numbers.
you've seen that. Yeah, you've seen it in my closet.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Wow.
in my closet, they're around, and so I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
See, it's the same reason I don't go play golf. Like I don't want to pick something up because I just wear whatever. I get, I wear New Balance sneakers, just whatever. Old
Those
man
are comfortable.
shoes. But they are, and I get a lot of steps every day at school. But it's funny because middle school, man, boy, and the kids I teach in an area where it's
they're
they're
at your
broke,
shoes
bro. Like there's not a lot of money in the area, but their shoes are fire.
Yeah, I bet.
Like, culture, yeah.
It's the culture,
Bro.
exactly.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. They tease
Everyone
me
got
all the
J's.
time. Mister, why you wear all those old man shoes?
Oh,
I'm like,
dang, you got the
so-
NBs.
I don't give a
You got
shit.
the-
Hey, they comfy. Your feet hurt though. Your feet hurt.
Well, dude, it's so ridiculous. They walk funny. I saw a 6th grader walking down the hall.
Don't crease
with his legs all stiff.
Don't
And I was
crease
like,
them.
what's going on? Oh, I haven't got the things. I got to get the things to put in a mister. I'm going to crease them. And then I got like a pretty cool pair of Nikes one time. I don't even know what they are, bro. You've seen them. They're like the low top, like white ones or whatever. And I showed up in those and everybody was just caught off guard. And they're like, oh, Mr. Dollars, just... He already creased them. I was like, oh.
Don't worry,
really?
I got another pair at home.
Like, mister, you got to buy those things to put inside of them.
Yeah, I know. It was the same way. Like when I got the wifey some Jordans, and like I do the whole thing. I spray them. I put I put the kick guards in them, and then I have my little inserts, my cedar inserts to keep them all fresh. Like I take care of my
fancy.
shoes, dude. And I remember one day she's like, I'm gonna wear. She came downstairs. We were gonna go out, and she just came downstairs, and she was wearing the new shoes. And I was like, I haven't sprayed them yet. It's like,
What are you doing?
sprayed them yet, girl. You got no kick shields in there. Can't crease those. Like,
She took them off.
yeah,
Okay.
Immediately. She freak out? Or
Yeah.
she think you were freaking out?
no, she took them off because she knew.
Because she knows you.
You knew you was gonna freak out.
Yeah,
I guess I didn't realize how much of a sneakerhead you really are.
yeah.
You really are, huh? Have you ever judged me? Be honest.
You like fanny packs, dollar. I haven't judged you since 2017, buddy.
It's been a long time. Hey, ain't no time changing.
I got no
Got to
argument.
keep it original.
Oh, that's so funny. I got no argument there. I like comfortable shoes.
So
That's
do I.
what- Yeah. No,
so
yeah, you can have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Just switch out the insoles of them J's. I'll
Yeah.
be good. Them ones. I got Crocs on right now. I don't even care. They comfy.
So, fun fact about the Crocs. Okay.
Okay.
You guys ever seen the movie Idiocracy?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so this movie is like it's like a dystopian future where everyone's like basically a dum dum because we've watched TV and social media and just basically made us stupid. And so like the person that's like a president's like Trumpish-esque, and
Yeah.
it's like, but this movie was made way back in the day, and so the fun fact is that they just wanted like a dystopian, like everyone like wears kind of like weird shit and dumb stuff, and like everything is supposed to look dumb and idiotic and gross.
Yeah.
Well, a little shoe company back in the day that the costume designer got with, they were on a low budget. And they were like, let's get these. And like the producer, the director was like, what are those? Those are ugly. They're going to, she's like, well, we're on a budget. We can get a lot of them at this price. And sure enough, what are on the bottom of their feet?
Crocs.
Crocs, orange Crocs. Before Crocs were like huge, like came out and everything like that.
Whoa.
So yeah, it's Crocs. Or like in the Idiocracy movie.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
Everybody in the future wears Crocs.
interesting.
It's funny.
Who was the main dude, the president dude? He was one of the Owen brothers, right? Isn't it? What's his
No,
name?
I mean Luke Wilson, one of the Wilson
Luke Wilson.
brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Owen
No, that's it,
Wilson.
Owen brothers?
Yeah, Owen
oh, it's
Wilson.
Owen and
Wilson,
Luke
yeah.
Wilson.
So Luke
Yeah,
Wilson's
yeah.
in the movie. Yeah, he's the main guy. But he's like apparently he's the smartest person
Right in the
ever.
world.
When he's
Yeah,
like,
it's like a parody
Yeah.
on American society.
and he's just like a regular like ass person like in this today's society.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
like brilliant.
Yeah, he's like the genius in the
Genius.
future. Yeah.
Everybody just listens to him. Yeah. So you think? So what's going to happen with Trump now? Is he gonna run for president from jail, or?
Does it say you can't?
I feel like
can.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
All the
there's-
laws don't prevent you from. I mean, you can't. You can be a felon and
What
still
happens?
be a
What
president.
happens if he gets elected from jail?
You
Pardon
know,
himself.
You,
You could. You could.
and you know he got the supporters too.
You could pardon yourself,
he
bro.
has the supporters. That's crazy.
I'm gonna this never happened. No, it
Yeah.
did happen though.
What happened?
No, it didn't happen. No, it
Oh,
did happen
man.
though. I just said it didn't happen. See my signature? My signature says this didn't happen.
The funny thing is, we make it like a joke, but
Yeah.
this shit happens, and you're
gonna
like,
happen.
just in shock, bro.
Yeah.
Were you shocked when he was elected president?
Yeah, it was. I was like, oh well. What are the pros and cons? There's a lot more cons than pros.
He's a wild man.
Yeah,
He doesn't give a shit.
dude, at all.
No.
Like his Twitter was crazy. Like you're the president, you just tweeting in the middle of a show as you're talking.
Yeah.
He didn't give
Make
a
America better.
bro.
And he's like tweeting. Like, I'm like,
this moderator is an idiot.
Yeah.
In the middle of a debate.
yeah, I'm like,
Meanwhile, they're showing the tweets in the corner.
exactly. Follow Trump. Well, I'm like, come on, man. But that's the society we're in. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, I think people are so entertained by his fucking wildness, his craziness. Is like he's an asshole.
He's
too.
honest, but he's honest.
Yeah. When isn't that weird that he's a fucking Republican, right?
Yeah.
But his whole life he was a Democrat.
Yeah.
His whole life. Not that I'm into either one of those things, but like the fact that he was a Democrat all those years, and then one day he's like, I'm running for president as a Republican. Then it's like, what the fuck? What?
I mean, when you're a billionaire, I guess you can do whatever you want, right?
Yeah, bro.
Why would you even want to do that, though?
Why would you have all that money enough to do something about the hair, bro? Like, why? What is it?
So
that you
I
think-
heard a story about him, like the boom guy. They said that some guy that was always with Trump, that he wears a diaper. Like he wears a
Trump
diaper.
wears a diaper?
Trump wears a diaper.
That sounds like some shit somebody would make up to like.
Well, there's like some on the internet where it's just like he's sitting there in the middle of like talking to millions of people, and he like took a pause, and you can hear the boom mic up top just getting him like laying all his shit out. Like he wears a diaper and he doesn't go to the bathroom. He shits in a diaper.
Too much shit to do, bro.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm busy.
But my other thing too, it cracked me up was his drinking of like liquids. Like he can't like drink regular like this. If you ever see him, he doesn't drink like a regular cup like this. He's like this. He goes. He drinks like that, and like even like bottled water. He's like bottles of water. And he's like, and he drinks like that. He like has to hold the other
bottle?
hand. Yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
I've never noticed that. Huh.
I know when I broke my wrist that was a thing. Like picking. That's how I realized it was broken. I
Because
couldn't
remember,
pick up a glass
and then they
of
had
water.
that whole thing with like small hands. Like it's because he has small hands. He can't hold a cup properly.
I'm
Yeah,
dead.
that really pissed him off. He's 6'2", by the way.
Yeah, he's a tall guy.
I never
He's a big
thought
guy.
he was. I thought he was a short dude.
And he's in phenomenal shape,
of course.
according to the White House president. When of
course.
was the best shape of president ever.
I thought he was big.
but that's what they
I thought he
said.
was fat.
But that's what they said is when they did the
That-
physical.
yeah, I don't know how legit that is.
When they
Yeah, I
did the
think
physical, they were like the president's doctor was like, no, he's in the best shape. Everything's good. His
probably paid him
cholesterol's
off.
good.
Fucking
Here's $2 million.
Adderalled out, living off of Diet Coke and McDonald's. Yeah, he's super healthy, I'm sure.
Fucking Trump.
Yeah, I do worry about Biden though, man. That dude he's gotten so old.
Yeah,
like, right in front
that
of us.
age and just
Yeah,
life didn't like him.
yeah. He's that old. He's pretty old.
What do you think's gonna happen in the next election, Pierce?
I don't know.
We've seen some wild shit over the years.
He'd be
doing this
86
podcast.
years old. By the end of
I
his
heard
next
he's
term.
gonna run again.
Yeah, he
he
just
is.
announced it this week.
Yeah,
86.
I just heard it. I heard that
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
he's gonna be 86. if
There's a
he
lot.
gets
There's another guy that's running somewhere like out of Arkansas or something, and he's like, when he was talking, and I was like, looks like he's on drugs.
They probably. I think how the
Afro Man's running for president.
Oh, the dude from Nappy Roots is also running for president too.
what?
What's his name? The drummer from
Questlove.
Questlove. He's running for presidency.
I love him, bro.
You guys ever watch the Young Rock?
Yeah, yeah.
When he said,
you
like-
know, I watched it. Come
Yeah.
on now.
Well, like The Rock had always joked around that he's going to run for president, but like in like 2030 something, right?
Yeah.
He in his show he runs for president.
Well, there was something out there that said like the only way he'll do it is everything is right. I'm like, what does that mean? It's never right.
Yeah,
I think after Trump, it feels like it could get real weird, right?
Yeah.
Once he broke some door down, it's like all of a sudden it's fucking open to everybody.
fair game. Anybody
Because
can
if
be
you
president.
think about it, it's a popularity contest
Yeah,
at the end
it
of the day.
literally is.
Unfortunately, that's kind of how our system's set up.
Yeah.
Except for the weirdness where you can have like the, what is it, the popular vote versus
And the electoral vote.
Electoral vote.
Yeah.
And they don't have to. Like, there's no legal obligation for the electoral college to vote the way that they're.
And it doesn't seem like there's a basis of like fact checking when you're the president or running for something. So Mike Pierce might be president next time. And I'm just going to go to all these rural cities and be like, you know what? When I become president, you're going to be able to grow Skittles.
I'd vote for you. Pierce.
You're going to be over here. You over here. You can grow red rope licorice right over there. We're going to have scientists who can be able to plant candy.
Is that the big seller candy you think?
Oh my gosh.
Plant candy. There's going to be scientists out there to just make it rain wherever you need to rain. There's going to be scientists out there to make money on trees. Vote for me. I can make it happen.
You heard it, everybody. Here first. Breaking news. Pierce for president. You got my vote, dude. I'm not going to be a vice president, though. I'm sticking to the podcast. I don't want to get into
Shit, I'll do it. Mr. Misfit.
You guys got the sweatshirts on right now. You're ready to
I like it.
Who's going to mess with these guys?
Yeah, seriously.
Who's going to argue with these
We're
guys?
our own service.
Yeah.
Jordan, thanks for being on, bro.
I
You have to come
appreciate
back
you guys.
again soon.
Definitely.
Interesting to talk to you, brother.
Definitely.
And next
we'll
week,
come back.
$150.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Be on the lookout, folks.
150.
Yes, sir. And with that dollar is a wrap. Cheers.
Cheers.